The online world is full of valuable content, but it's even more full of trash. So here are my 3 tips when it comes to recognizing a valuable influencer. Always aim for the top, be the best of the best, winning on winning on winning.
All I ever think about is winning. I don't need to fit in. I try to explain again and again, but you never wanna listen. Never wanna push your ambition.
The number of followers does not necessarily equate to value, personal growth, or success. Finding a strong role model in the online world is actually not that easy, given the amount of garbage that's being shoved down our throats on a daily basis. Look at the millions of so-called influencers, living their lives half naked, everything's perfect, triple filters, with captions like, "I woke up like this," or "I'm your new obsession," while needing to be sexually provocative in every picture. My question is, what value is this going to bring to the world, especially to young people long term? Should we aspire to follow these trends? Are we going to build a stronger generation by repeating these patterns? My point is that the number of followers should not matter. What matters is the content. When I lived in California, I met plenty of Instagram influencers. And when I looked at their profile and when I looked at them in reality, it was like 2 different people. So I would ask about their struggles or their life experiences. And other than being in front of the camera, they had nothing interesting to say. So my question is, what can I learn from someone who has accomplished nothing? In the end, we should never get blinded or waste time following brainless content. It will only skew us out of our mission to win. If you're looking to follow people, don't follow them because they have a huge following or because your friends are following them. Follow them because they are making you a better person and they are getting you closer to your goals.
All I ever think about is winning. I don't need to fit in.
If you're following someone who inspires you and brings value to your life, an important exercise that needs to happen, but rarely happens, is to look at their integrity and how much are they thinking for themselves. In my opinion, the best example is the Hollywood elite. Typically, it's in periods of crisis that we can see who loves their fans versus who uses their fans according to their contractual obligations and those who sponsor their lavish lifestyles. With the level of following that the Hollywood elite has, no one in their right mind would stay silent on some of the absolute nonsensical elements of the last 2 years, like masking and injecting kids, or all the tyrannical rules being applied with no scientific justification. And somehow, those with the most influence are completely mute on the subject. Unfortunately, many of the Hollywood elite use their platform to numb their followers with empty content. Some will even go as far as pushing medical tyranny with no research or background on the subject because contractually they're paid to get a specific message out there, not to have a mind of their own. You also want to look at other types of influencers, plugging products in their videos. I mean, if these products are not healthy, but it pays them well to promote them, then you know where their true allegiance is, and you know that they don't have your best interests at heart. For example, look at mainstream news. They'll demonize the people who won't get the shot, and then you'll see an advertisement for a product that's owned by the same company who's offering that shot. I mean, come on now. To conclude this point, I will say this. Most of our lives we've been led to believe some things and idolize certain people based on how they've been positioned in front of us. But my advice is this. Look deeper than the surface and follow the money. It will give you a good indication as to whether or not the influencers you look up to have your best interests at heart.
All I ever think about is winning. I don't need to fit in.
I like to keep a certain diversity in what I'm trying to accomplish. So by keeping a rule of 4 macro subjects, I have what I need to succeed. In my case, I'll split health, wealth, creativity, and love equally. For example, I'll follow certain pages that will give me healthy habits to stay focused, motivated, mentally and physically strong. I'll stay updated on the financial markets so I'm better prepared to pull the trigger on some moves. I'll follow some musicians and beat makers so I can fine-tune my craft. And I'll even get new exciting relationship advice by listening to some podcasts on the subject. You'd be surprised how much value you can find online if you do a massive cleanup of the content that you're following. For example, back in the days, I used to follow all the news outlets, to keep track of everything. But when I realized that I was getting caught up with their lies and their politically fueled articles, I just disconnected from it all. I decided to unfollow all the pages that wouldn't nourish my brain. And oh my God, what a relief! So when I say to create a balance, it's not just doing the 4-way split, but it also means getting rid of all the fake influencers, getting rid of all the fake friends that won't support anything you do, and unfollowing all the self-destructive pages that are preventing you from enjoying your day properly and reaching your true shine. We interrupt this episode for an important message from our sponsors. Masks. Prevent yourself from absorbing the right amount of oxygen. Become nameless and faceless while erasing your personality. Turn your society into obedient robots. Divide your society exponentially. And most importantly, get your kids to be afraid of one another forever. Wear the mask, and you're gonna keep losing, and losing. So to recap, if you wanna find the right influencers for your life, remember, don't pay attention to the number of followers they have. Verify what they're really supporting, and create a balance in your content. This is how you win, and win! And now it's time for ZIA'S killer question. Oh no!
Everybody jump on the scene, it's about to go down. White gloves treatment every time I come around. I even got you.
So you mentioned the types of influencers who don't bring much value. But what about the ones that do? Who do you follow?
Always killing it with the questions, my love, huh? Well, it really depends on what you want to accomplish in life. For me, I want to build mental strength. So usually my go-tos are Martin Luther King Jr., Alan Watts, Gandhi, Tupac, Muhammad Ali, Jordan Peterson, Godsad, just to name a few. But ultimately, it's people who would follow their mission at whatever the cost. That's my go-to. Thanks for watching. I got nothing but love, and I challenge you to become the best of the best of the best version of yourself. Next week, you don't want to miss this because we're going to talk about how to pitch to investors, and I'll give you my 3 tips to bring you to the next level. Also, check out my latest music video called In God We Trust. It's the soundtrack for the How to Win series, and it's going to give you an exclusive access to what's going on in a winner state of mind. So make sure you tune in or you subscribe for another episode of How to Win. Peace!
All I ever think about is winning. I don't need to fit